You know, it always feels like this time of year, like when one thing breaks in your house, like the garage, then the heater goes out, right? That's always how it goes down. Well, the team at Absolute Services is here to help you get winter ready. James McCarter is here to catch us up. And James, I want to talk about one thing first, because I know it's kind of on your radar of things that are coming up. This upcoming SEER 2 change and like how that affects the area. What is that?
So it's some changes that the government, the EPA, is making as far as the efficiency that a lot of the systems have. So one thing that we're wanting to make sure that our homeowners and clients know, not just the clients of Absolute Services, but no matter who you're doing business with, the base model, those 14 SEER single stage systems.
Yeah.
Starting January 1st in our area, they're gone. You can't even make them anymore. So they're going to raise the minimal efficiency. So what we want to make sure that people are prepared to know is that if you're in the market with us or with another company, make sure that you're not getting a system that's going to be obsolete in 15 days.
Right. And if you do have a system like that and it needs repairs, are you able to repair it
Absolutely.
still? Yeah.
We can definitely still repair them. There's going to be some parts and stuff that's not going to be available.
Yeah.
With like the refrigerant changes. It's always tricky, especially when changes start happening like this. This is a major change, right?
Yeah.
So like refrigerant changes. That's the next thing that's coming up. But we still have a couple years for that. But the main thing is changing right now is the SEER changes. So want to make sure we're on top of it for sure.
Well, I always feel like in December, it is true. Like the refrigerator goes out, garage goes out, then the heater goes out. It always like comes in threes, right?
Yes.
And I know you're staying really busy. What has been kind of at the top of your maintenance list where you're sending out your guys?
Well, it gets cold. When it gets cold, right, we go from hot to cold. That's when you have expansion and contraction. We deal with a lot of metal parts in your HVAC system outside, a lot of metal parts in your garage door that's right outside, right? So when it gets cold, you have nylon gears, no heats in the HVAC system going off. That's what we're experiencing the most right now.
I always feel like too, I'm like, you know, if I just would have listened to those warning signs, maybe I wouldn't be out like really waiting on one. What are some of the key warning signs that you're noticing with systems that you're like, hey, you maybe need to give us a call so it's not going to take so long?
Yeah, if you start noticing that the humidity inside is different, right? That's a short run time. So that system's on and off, on and off, on and off. If you start hearing real loud clanking noises, really anything out of the ordinary for sure.
Yeah. Any other checklists you recommend before we really, because right now I feel like we're getting a little bit of a break, right? It's cold, but it's not, you know, there's not snow on the ground. But, you know, once we hit January, February, what else do we need to be kind of making sure we have in order?
We need to make sure we're checking our air filters, right? Pull them out, make sure that, you know, because that's the nose of the system. If it can't breathe at the nose, the whole system can't breathe. So it's off to a bad start. So we need to check our air filters and make sure that everything's in good working condition for sure.
All right. I always have to ask, what specials do you have? Because you always have these specials that kind of blow us all away.
So right now, with the upcoming changes, what we're having is we're going to do $1,000 off of a high efficiency system.
That's great.
There's no end in sight for that right now.
Yeah. All right, James, thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
And
thanks
happy holidays if I don't see you before the end of the month, right?
Thank you.
All right, so if you'd like more information, just go to absoluteservices.net.